Hi there, this is Save with Crypto. Okay, so I know that I said I was going to do videos every day, twice a day, that kind of thing, and I haven't. It's just because I've been moving house and all that, and I've just got so little time that I'm trying to catch up with the backlog of work that I've got that I do in normal life. So it will get there. We'll get back to one video a day or maybe two, but for the moment, I'll just have to do them when I can. If I see something interesting. Now, what I'm seeing interesting now is a lot of people drawing triangles and support lines and all that sort of thing for Bitcoin. All I'm seeing is this descending channel here. Now, descending channel is actually generally a bullish thing, a positive thing. If you look back in time a little bit, just back to, when was that? That was the 9th of July to the 14th. So you can see what was happening here. This was going down in this channel here, and then it kind of broke out to the upside. It doesn't have to break out to the upside, but generally it does. Now, what's also making me think this is going to happen is the MACD, which is this indicator here. This is the moving average convergence divergence. It is actually a bit of a lagging indicator, so it kind of shows you what just happened, or it's not, doesn't predict the future. If you had something like that, that would be amazing. But I think the store is right out of crystal balls at the moment, so we can't do that. But what I'm seeing, generally with indicators and all that kind of thing, technical analysis generally, the higher time frame you're looking at, what you see there is more predictable in the higher time frames, which is why we don't trade on the 1 minute time frame. But I tend to look at the 1 hour, maybe the 30 minutes, sometimes 4 hours other times. Otherwise you see trends that just aren't really valid. On the higher term time frame, you do tend to see things that are more reliable and accurate. Now, what I usually look for is the MACD turning from red to green. So it basically goes down and it goes up. And when it crosses, you normally see some kind of pump. And you can see here, if we look back, say here, that one didn't really, it went down a little bit, then up a little bit, but it did overall go up. This one here, that definitely went up. This one here, that went up. This one here didn't really, it pumped on the actual candle of that time frame, like that, for that hour, and it came back down. This one here, this was quite a good one. That was quite a nice increase there. Now, that's on the 1 hour time frame. If I look at it on the 4 hour time frame, you can see here what you've got here is, say, back here on July the 13th, going from red to green, and that broke out of that channel there, and that did a 24% increase. Now that's what I'm hoping for this time, for it to do the same kind of thing, because you can see it's red there, it's going to go to green. So I'm looking at the current candle, which has got 59 minutes to run, and I'm hoping that this will go into the green. Some people have asked about this indicator down here. This is a thing called Profit Sniper Perfect Shot. It's actually a paid indicator, but all I really look for is these green crosses, and the green crosses happen when the red goes to green, and these red lines happen when it goes green to red. And you can see going from green to red is normally a dump. So for example here, that was a big dump down there. So that's what I'm looking for. It also uses the Chand oscillator momentum indicator thingy. I don't know exactly what that is, but as I say, I may as well just look at the MACD, because that does the same thing, and it's also a free indicator on TradingView. And by the way, you can get a discount on TradingView or get the free version by going to savewith.crypto.org/TV, and I think you get $30 off if you buy the pro version, which is the version I've got here. But the free indicator works okay as well, the free version rather. Anyway, so that's what I'm looking at there. I'm really hoping to see a green candlestick on the 4 hour chart there, or at least on the 1 hour. see a nice big green one, or even a little green one, just to show us the direction of the way things might go. Now, a friend of mine contacted me this morning and said, he'd been watching that Martini guy who reckons things are going to go south today, which is actually unusual because that Martini guy is normally a very, very bullish guy. And, if he thinks something's going to go south, then it's kind of might be time to worry, actually, because, maybe he is right. He is right quite a lot, to be honest. And, so for him to say things are going to go a bit bearish is slightly worrying. Now, to me, what might happen is, we might get a pump here, and it might come down here, and then stay in this channel, and then hopefully break out later. That might happen. Now, if that's the case, then you might be looking at levels around, 20,220, something like that. Now, my friend was saying, should he sell his Bitcoin, then hope to buy in lower later? I think he was probably talking about selling Bitcoin into, British pounds or maybe a stable coin, and then swapping back. I personally wouldn't do that because there's always a chance Bitcoin might just double tomorrow, and you'd be really annoyed if you're just sitting on a load of US dollars or something, and meanwhile everyone holding Bitcoin is leaving you behind and laughing at you. So what I would do instead, not with all your money, just with a fraction of it, is I'd go long on ByBit. So, for example, I've got an account here that's not doing anything. This one, I think it has a few $100 in it. So look, yeah, this one's got $388 worth of Bitcoin in the derivatives account there. So what my idea is to go long, not now, but maybe this afternoon when it dumps, if it dumps, and if it doesn't dump, you're still holding Bitcoin, so it goes up. So you're not transferring between US dollars and Bitcoin. You're just trading Bitcoin and you're trading the volatility. And my idea is to go long at a lower price. If it does that and goes up, brilliant. If it doesn't, then I will probably hang on to the position as long as I can, in the hope that it will go up. But I'll show you that in a minute. Now, don't take anything I do as gospel. I'm not very good at TA. I'm not a very good trader. I do think I'm better than some of the copy traders, though. So, maybe I'm a little bit better than I thought I was. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to use half that amount. I'm going to use about $200 worth of Bitcoin, set some long positions, and then see what happens. So all I'm going to do is go over to derivatives, inverse contracts, then BTC USD, right? You can trade BTC USDT, but you need USDT to do that. At the moment, I've only got Bitcoin in this account, so I'm going to use BTC USD. So whatever happens, I'm still holding Bitcoin. Okay. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that's on isolated. Okay. You want isolated because that way, if things go terrible and your position gets liquidated, you only lose the amount you're playing with, whereas in cross it will take it from the whole account. That's good in a way sometimes because it can prevent you getting liquidated, but at the same time, if things go really wrong, then you can lose all your money, which is not good. I'm also going to set the leverage a bit lower, I think, maybe something like, actually I might just go for 9. Let's go for 9. Okay, so I've got a leverage of 9 there, and I'm on isolated, and all I'm going to do is just going to set a limit order a bit lower. Let's have a look at that channel. So let's say it does something like that, then okay, I want to look to where the price might go. One thing you can do is use the indicator. I'm never quite sure what it's called. It's called the VR VP or VPVR, but it's an indicator you have to get on TradingView. I think it's only available in the paid versions. So to me, it looks like there's a possible kind of node where there was a reasonable amount of trading around 20,000, 20,300. So I think that's the value I'm going to go for. So let's have a look at that on ByBit. So I'm going to go for an order price of 20,300. Quantity, I'm going to use half of the amount I've got in the account, so that will be about $200. But because this is multiplied by 9, you're actually seeing there 1,651 US dollars, which is the actual contract size. So that's the amount of capital I've got times 9. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go buy, and this will show a liquidation price of 18,353. Now remember that, because I want to set a second order much lower, just in case the price comes down there, and also if it comes down there, then I want to prevent liquidation. So I'm actually going to set another order of something like 18,500, for example. Okay, so let's do that. So I confirm that. Now let's set another order at 18,500, and that's going to be for the remainder. So I'm just going to go 100%. So that will be 1,505 contracts. Then I'm going to go buy and confirm. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. So I've got these two limit orders set, one there, and this one I think is likely to get triggered. This one I think is unlikely. Yeah, that would be if something went really quite wrong. But nevertheless, it would be the low of this one over here. So it's feasible if it did that, it could possibly bounce down there. So I think that's a reasonably safe trade. Now, a lot of traders don't do this. A lot of traders just do spot on technical analysis, and they say, okay, that's my target price for an entry. If it goes 10% further south, then I was wrong, and then it hits a stop loss, and then you're out the trade and you made a little loss. I don't like to do that. I like to do this kind of they call it a DCA strategy, when you kind of when you actually reserve some of your capital to lower in your entry if things go the wrong way. It's a slightly scarier way of trading, and you might see your profits in negative for quite a while. But personally, I like it. But don't take any of this as advice. Don't copy what I do. Just do your own research and find what works for you. And leverage trading is dangerous. I mean, don't use all your capital, for God's sake. Just use a tiny bit and then get a feel for it, and then hopefully you'll develop your own sort of style. But there you go. So there's two orders set here. You can see them. Okay, so they're both they're 18,500 and 20,300. So that's what I'm doing over there. If you want to do this with ByBit as well, you can get a $4,050 bonus by going to savewith.crypto.org/ByBit, and that's depending on the amount you deposit into your account. You get various levels of reward, but it does go up to $4,050. So there's that. Okay, so that's what I'm doing over on ByBit. So there's currently 10 minutes to go on this 4-hour candle. It is green at the moment. It is looking like it has no body, just a wick to the top and a wick to the down. They call them doji candles, which is a decision candle. So that's when the market could go either way, and I really think that is the case. Really, it's going to go up or down. I think it's probably done going sideways for a while. So I'm hoping this candle will close in the green the next 9 minutes. If it doesn't, then we might be seeing some more downside. If it does stay green, then I'm confident that we'll see a cross on the MACD very soon, and that will signify some bullish action. And let's hope for that anyway. Right, if you want that to happen, please give the video a like. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you got notifications set on all. Please leave a nice comment, and above all, tell your friends.